From Anza-Borrego, the Butterfield Trail breaks off into Mexico. So I continued to El Centro, California, where I set up shop in the State Street Coffee House and confirmed the plans for my push towards Arizona. The 8 parallels the Butterfield in Mexico, but without any of the hassle of international border checkpoints. But I got as close as I could. It was pretty surreal standing next to the wall itself. Something so simple dividing two vastly different cultures. Living in Texas and the Southwest most of my life, the wall's been a symbolic representation of so much in the media, day-to-day conversations, and it's had a constant presence in our lives. It was moving to stand next to it. Border Patrol on Overwatch, I proceeded to my campsite for the night in the Imperial sand dunes, located just across from the border itself. The sun set as the wind swept the sand dunes. It was so intense that I actually decided to use my GAP integrated interface diagnostic tool to completely deflate my electronic air suspension and lower my car as a makeshift wall. Here you can see a sped up video of the vehicle lowering. It was an impromptu decision that I made to overcome the fierce winds. I reinforced my makeshift wall with a pelican case, and it allowed me to sleep in a calm, undisturbed tent under a somewhat cloudy and brightly illuminated sky. The next morning, I awoke to enjoy my breakfast and coffee on the border. You can see how low the car was able to drop here. Just a short walk from my campsite was the historic Plank Road. The Plank Road was a 7-mile expanse across the otherwise impassable sand dunes. It was the small tidbits of history like this that linked our nation together that I so greatly enjoyed on this trip. This also explains why the trail cut south from Fort Yuma and went down into Mexico. While researching the Plank Road, I came across this photo of some travelers who got stuck before the planks were in place. Not to meet their same fate, I decided to air down before heading to the next Butterfield station on US soil. This one was called the Pilot Knob Station. The location housed a station that was used until the advent of the rail system and was thus rendered obsolete. In its place today is this canal and the border wall separating the United States from the sleepy town of Los Algodones, known for its 350 dentists offering bargain dental work for the thrifty American and Canadian folks in need. Fortunately for me, my teeth were doing all right. Exploring where the stations once stood was an important aspect of this trip for me. So, even though the site had no ruins, it was still a rewarding thing to contemplate on the rich history that first linked our nation. From there, I sidled back in and headed towards the center of the world. You'll find out about that one next. As always, thanks for watching, liking, and giving me your feedback. I really appreciate it. We'll see y'all soon.